Snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't, we
quick
can't, we
question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you're new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. I see I got a man. No. First things first. I'm rival. Please, Unrival, let me in the door. The league starts in like what, 4 days? Let me in the door, Ron Rival. I might send a follow-up email just in case you didn't see it. Hey, just in case you didn't see this, I'm trying to get in, trying to cover the league. Second, man. Hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to stream over the past 2 days, but to be honest, after work, the past couple of days, I was just like watching the games. And then it was like another thing of watching the games. I kind of need to watch the games to be able to talk about the games or talk about sports or whatever the heck on my streams and be in the know. So I liked it to kind of like watch the games while on the couch, like a couch potato. Now, getting into it, man, I want to shout out the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are now 20-19 after beating the Toronto Raptors last night. I actually tuned into a little bit of that game just randomly in between the NFL games because the Texans game was pretty boring and the Steelers game was just getting started. So I randomly checked out that game and it was pretty cool and things of that sort. But man, Detroit over 500, man. You have to salute Cade Cunningham, like Isaiah Thomas said, bro. What did Isaiah Thomas say? He said you have to reward Cade Cunningham for what he's done. To have that team above 500, he's playing absolute great basketball right now. He needs to be recognized for the All-Star season that he's had. So salute to Cade Cunningham as well. With that being said, with the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham and Detroit Pistons guards, Jaden Ivey, he made some noise yesterday and for sharing his testimony, very transparent testimony and things of that sort. And I just want to show some love to it. First of all, going into it, I don't agree with everything of Jaden Ivey and stuff like that. It's much like AJ Griffin. I don't agree with everything AJ Griffin moves and what he believes and what he says. But I applaud and I always salute somebody who's proud to be 100% themselves out loud, unapologetically to the masses and to the public, especially with the platform being young. Like you open up yourself to so much from being made fun of, bullied, all that stuff and everything like that. All right, here we go. Jaden Ivey, let's get it.
Really, it started from I think as a child, I just never felt love before. I never, felt what true love felt like. And as I grew up, there were some, traumas that I went through that I don't really, explain to people. But I definitely was sexually abused as a kid. There were some things that I, saw, that I don't really even talk about, but I know there was, a seed that Satan tried to, use at an early age. And, that was tough, obviously, growing up. But as I grew up, I just tried to, seek the wrong things. Even in high school, I, tried, sleeping with women, to fulfill a certain void in my heart that, as I continued to, just grow as a man, uh, I was trying to fill a void. Slept with women. I tried drinking alcohol. I tried going out to party. Tried to, fit in with the world. Basically, I tried to, dress like other people. I tried to, look like other people. I didn't, necessarily felt love before. And as I, went through college, uh, uh, even in the league, before I, married my wife, we had went through, trials together. I dealt with anger. She had to deal with a lot of anger that I had in my heart. Um, And, that turned into, me somewhat being a abuser. And I'm not saying that was it, but, I there was things that I tried to fill in my heart. There was boys that I tried to fill in. Um, and I'm so grateful for my wife because she's been there for me through thick and thin, like through every bad moment of my. We've been together almost 4 years now. We've been married for almost two, and um, she's been there for me through thick and thin, like literally. Um, and so as I'm, you know, in the league, me and my fiance at the time, we're about to have our first son, Noah. You know, throughout that whole year, I still struggle with the same things, drinking. I had a pornography addiction that I dealt with for a couple years. It just wasn't working. I tried it, nothing else was working. And I remember we were in Denver, Colorado, and I sat in the room and I'm just bawling. I'm just crying. Like, I don't know how to stop this pornography addiction. I'm about to have a child. I'm like, I have to grow up. I have to like there's big things happening in my life, and um all I could think about was just like my son having to go through problems that I went through. Um and I just called out to Jesus. So I'm like, Jesus, just please change my life. Like, just just do something miraculous. Just change my life, please. And I always knew Jesus was there. I went to Catholic church. I went to Catholic high school, and I always knew Jesus was there. And just in that moment, I called out to Jesus, and in a matter of months, like, things changed for me. Um, I I had my son, and I didn't have to fill a void in that way anymore. Uh, and my testimony is that, when you're away from Jesus, when you're not um, close to Him, and when you have a relationship with Him, you're gonna, like, Satan is there. He wants to just steal, kill, and destroy. That's all he comes here to do. He doesn't want to give you peace. He wants to make your life hell, and that's what I dealt with, most of my life. And when I came to know Jesus, my life changed, like, did a whole 360.
180. 180.
And I have that peace, I have that joy, and that I've been searching for my entire life.
Like I said, once again, salute to Jaden Ivey, man. This is something that I just wanted to pull up real quick. All right. Jaden Ivey is 22, bro. And the reason why I bring this up is because he was like kind of frustrated when dealing with dating his wife when they were just boyfriend and girlfriend. Like he said, they've been together 4 years, been married 2 years. And also the kind of panic that he had before having his son. This is why you wait before starting a family. It's why you wait before getting married, especially someone like in Jaden Ivey's position. He's 22 years old here. Hold on, let me go back. Let me see something right now. Something else. He's 22 years old. He signed a 4-year, $32 million contract. So, what I'm saying? So you're getting about $8 million a year, before taxes and agent fees and all of those things and stuff like that. But say you're getting about $8 million a year at the age of 22. That is not the position to be in, to be really fighting to try to heal a lot of your long-term traumas and battles and all of those things. This is why if you're a young man and what I'm saying, you might be 16, 17, whatever, coming into young adulthood in your 20s, you really, what I'm saying, you're gonna go through it because you're growing up. Like you're literally going through a lot of stuff for the first time, whether it be, like I said, addiction, temptation, whatever the case might be. The reason why I was so hard on weed and stuff like that earlier is because it's the same for everybody. Most of us are gonna go through something at that age because we're old enough to be on our own for the first time. So we're going to experience like heartbreak for the first time. We're going to experience disappointment for the first time. We're going to experience like, what I'm saying? Like on the girl side, or I feel like this is more referred to for women, but what they call the, how do I say this with my mother watching, but the 304 stage, you're going to go through your 304 stage, your stage of exploration and trying to live up to I remember when I got to be careful now, but I remember like kind of being 18 and being a college freshman going into college 4 hours away from home. And just always like, I felt like college, what was fed to me through the media and movies like American Pie and all these crazy movies of crazy college parties and stuff like that. It was like women in college. That was like my mindset at 18 going down there, like, oh man, it's about to get crazy, cracking, bragging, do. I broke up with my girlfriend from high school, everything like that, bro. I'm thinking it's on and popping. That's what I'm thinking in high school. Or not in high school, but coming down to college. And like you have your rough, you know what I'm saying? It's just like drama and this and that. And you're like, oh man, it's rough. It's fun. But it's like you bump your head a little bit and you learn, you know what I'm saying? You bump your head, you fall down, it's like being a kid, right? It's the same thing as being a kid, honestly, the more I think about it. It's the same part at every part of life, every stage of life is just something different. As a kid, it was like riding your bike or, riding a skateboard, learn how to ride a skateboard, falling down, scraping your arm, scraping your knee, playing basketball outside on a concrete pavement, on a concrete court, falling down while driving to the basket or playing defense, tripping over your own feet, scraping your knees, your arms, everything like that to the point where it's blood everywhere. You bust your skin open and stuff and you got to get a Band-Aid and aid it and you bounce back from it. Like you learn because that was like the first time you've done something like that, where first time you fell on concrete outside playing basketball, or first time getting tackled too hard playing football in the backyard or in the common grass area in your neighborhood with your neighbors. All of these things, falling off a bike for the first time, like you're learning for the first time. Okay, I felt a pain that I never felt before, and I had experience I've never had before, and you learn from it. Okay, I'm getting better with my balance. I'm learning how to do this life thing better. The reason why I brought up Jaden Ivey's age and his contract is because he was flung into a very just prosperous kind of wealthy situation at an extremely young age. You know what I'm saying? And in the middle of all of that, of still trying to figure himself out and going through the everyday bumps that everybody goes through, he has a kid and he just got married. So he's got a wife and he's got a kid on the way while he's trying to figure himself out, going through the usual bumps that a 22-year-old would go through. Because what he said is not that uncommon. It's not like it's some, oh, this is terrible, this and that. He's just doing it on a grand level, and it's kind of unfortunate for him. I'm glad, like he said, he's figuring it out. And life is never perfect. He still, like he said, he still struggles with it today. Like the temptation never leaves, but he's learning. And I'm proud of him for learning and sharing his honesty for the next generation of kids to look at and be like, okay, this is what I could do. I don't have to try to fit in. I don't have to try this just because everybody else told me to try it. I could be myself and move at the pace that I want to and have that confidence within myself that I could do that and still be a cool person. So salute to Jaden Ivey on that. Like he said, it's a Sunday, so I'm going to preach a little bit. I felt like for me, what really helped me is just, I was just continuing to ask, for me, I believe in God. So it's like, so I continue to ask God to just, what I'm saying, allow me to desire what he desires and hate what he hates. You know what I mean? So it's like continuing to ask that continuously. And it wasn't even, I was just filling myself up so much with Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Like, you know how some people, like, they work out to ministries. They wake up every morning, 6 a.m., 5 a.m. and listen to a sermon and then start their day off, go to the gym or something like that and listen to a sermon, or listen to a sermon in the car. Just listen to sermons and ministries and everything in the car instead of listening to music. That is not me. I still operate pretty much the same way. But it's like the desires of my heart changed over time after just keep asking God to allow me to love the things that you love and hate the things that you hate. And I think another part of it might just be just getting older. Just getting older, my desires change and everything like that. But yeah, man. Salute to Jaden and Ivey for this honesty. This is fire. And whatever helps, bro. Whatever helps. If sharing his testimony is a part of it, then salute to him for that, for sure. Next thing.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.